What's up, Capricorn? This is going to be a love forecast for the second half of January. Happy birthday to my Capricorns who are going to be celebrating over the next week or so. This is for my Cappy Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It really helps out my channel. And if you're new here, I do put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I also offer personal readings, guys, so all the info for that's in the description box of the video. There is a wait for a reading with me, so if you do want to explore your options, I've put a link to Mystic Sense in the description box as well, which is an awesome company that will offer you access to lots of brilliant psychics and readers located all over the world. And if you go through the link I've provided, they're going to give you your first 5-minute reading free. So check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I've put the links to those in the description box as well. So let's get stuck into it. Cappy, I'm going to do a person on your mind. How do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them? And the projected outcome for the second half of January. Bearing in mind, guys, that outcomes will shift depending on your actions, your inactions, your reactions, your assumptions, your underlying core beliefs. And how that projects outwards into the current situation. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then please do go and do some research into the law of assumption. There's plenty of content online. This is a reading based on one timeline and projected outcome and the situation that you've manifested from where you're at. So if anything unfavorable is showing up, then please do understand that you absolutely can shift it and the outside will conform if you adjust the story and you make the adjustments from within, okay? So have a look into that. So let's take a look. Spirit, the person on Cappy's mind, how are they feeling about Cappy now as we move through the second half of January? I saw the Death card, so you may have had an ending with a person, but maybe there's opportunity to transform it. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, the Justice card, Knight of Swords is in the reverse, the Queen of Wands is in the upright. Well, Capricorn, someone is very attracted to you. You're coming across as very alluring. And then we've got the Two of Cups, and then we've got the Fool card in the reverse. This person is feeling very much like something needs to be balanced out or made right between the two of you. I can see with the Knight of Swords here in the reverse, either there's been like some kind of a stop or some inaction, a period of inaction, or there's been some harshness between the two of you, Knight of Swords. Maybe there was an abrupt kind of a cutting off or an ending or harsh communication. The Two of Cups in the overall tells me that they do feel a soul bond with you. There could have been some foolish behavior here with this Fool card in the reverse. Maybe there was some kind of an impulsive cutting off or an impulsive conversation. And they want to make it right, Justice card. There's a sense of trying to balance something out with you. We're going to take a look at this Knight of Swords. Some of you are dealing with a person where distance or travel is a factor. Let's look at that Knight of Swords in the reverse. Page of Cups, exactly. Capricorn, it looks like this person wants to come forward, make some kind of a gesture. This could be an apology. It's definitely a love offer. Some of you are dealing with a person that might be younger than you, or maybe they act a bit immaturely with the Page of Cups. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, Capricorn, and the Two of Wands. So this person wants to come forward. There's a sense of wanting to cooperate with you. Some of you, you're connected to this person through your workplace or your network, or you share the same network, because work is coming up here as well, guys. So for some of you, this is someone that you actually work with, but otherwise this is about cooperation and putting more effort into the situation. Two of Wands, seems to be that they're making a plan, or maybe they feel like they're under Two of Wands with you. Maybe they're waiting for you to take some kind of an action. I mean, I'm going to see what cards come out, but this to me means how are they feeling about you. There's a sense of, you know, Page of Cups, maybe taking things in a new direction, Two of Wands, but it's crossroads. Something definitely needs to be made right. For some of you, you're dealing with a situation where there's legal matters at play, and so that could be a factor that's coming into it, why there's a Two of Wands. Maybe plans need to be made, maybe marriage and divorce is in the mix. That's a small portion of you. Generally, Justice card, I would say, is about making things right. So let's have a look at that Two of Wands. King of Pentacles. Wow, Capricorn, and the Queen of Pentacles. So it seems to be, Capricorn, that this person's at a bit of a crossroads, and there's a sense of wanting to make a plan to move forward with the potential of something very stable. This is a pair, King and Queen of Pentacles. I mean, that's a loyal, stable, committed pair. For some of you, it's at a crossroads because I have to point out that there are two queens on the table. Some of you are dealing with a situation where something needs to be wrapped up outside of the connection, okay? And they're wanting to make a plan with you about moving forward and maybe moving out of something else, especially if you're dealing with a situation where marriage and divorce is in the mix. But let's have a look. Yeah, Page of Swords, there's a sense of analysis. So this person is definitely watching you, analyzing the situation. They could watch you online quite a lot, and fantasizing about you. Seven of Cups, Page of Swords, Capricorn. Also, this is a little bit of mixed feelings and confusion if there are other cups around. Maybe they're trying to see whether or not, Capricorn, you might have other options, okay? Because I do think that there's this sense of wanting to come in, wanting to make an offer with an intention to actually build something with you. We've got a lot of pentacles here. So I feel like this person might be wanting to put effort into actually creating something stable and committed with you. Something here has been a bit reckless. So either, Capricorn, you know, this person just in the way that they've communicated, there's been a harshness, or Capricorn, you're in some kind of a complex situation that involves something that needs to be wrapped up, like other cups around. Do you know what I mean? There's definitely a wound here around Five of Wands, maybe around competition, or there's been a tension around maybe feeling like there's other energies in the mix. And then there's that Death card. But the Death card, so this could have caused some kind of a stop between you and this person, but also this is potential for transformation. And I'm just getting with all the cards around work and effort being put in, and the Justice card, this person wants to transform the situation. And, you know, but there's a bit of a guardedness between the two of you. So what are they coming in to offer with that Page of Cups? Let's have a look. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Well, they want to show you that they're still holding on to you, Capricorn. I mean, for some of you, there's issues here around maybe this person's a bit possessive, because the Five of Wands here might mean that you have a number of energies fighting for your attention, and they're watching you, and or at least they're imagining that, and it's like they want to hold on to you. Like I said, you know, whether this person is caught up in something else or not, or whether that's the key factor here. The Justice card does mean that there's been some kind of a harsh something that's happened and they want to make it right. Maybe they were not really choosing, and now you're in a position where you're kind of like exploring your options. Maybe they're watching you and they feel like they might lose their opportunity, something like that, because things have been at a rest state, Capricorn, so they want to come out of that. Four of Swords. And there's Ten of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So I think that there's been something painful between the two of you. For some of you, this involves betrayal. So for those of you where this is resonating on the level that there's an outside energy or something here, you know, that wasn't quite right in that department. This is like about wanting to get past that. And wanting to come out of a rest state, and they're still holding on to you. It could also be an apology around the fact that maybe they weren't giving you everything. Page of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with a person that is a bit immature or insecure, and so they can be a bit reckless. Okay, so if it's not really about like them being in another commitment, for example, they may want to make something right because maybe they've been a bit reckless with your feelings, or acted a bit foolishly, or maybe there was some game playing around options. And I think, Capricorn, now they're kind of watching you, and because there's been an ending or some kind of a stop between the two of you, they're kind of a little bit now thinking about that they may have missed an opportunity, or thinking about putting effort into actually having something stable with you. Okay, I mean, I'm going to get some cards on you and how you're feeling about them, and then get like the oracles. So let's have a look. We've got Libra energy, Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy. Yeah, I feel like this person wants to come in with a gesture, Capricorn. So I do think there's going to be contact. Let's have a look. You've got the Devil card on the bottom of the deck. That's you, Cappy, and the Moon. How do you feel about this person, Cappy? You don't really necessarily trust this person. Queen of Swords. Maybe you feel like something was hidden or not right in this situation. I don't know. Queen of Pentacles though. I think Capricorn, you're focused on what's practical for you, but also maybe you sort of see this person as someone you would want to commit to. So let's have a look. Page of Cups is in the reverse. How do you feel about them? You definitely feel like they've acted immaturely, Capricorn, with that Page of Cups. Or maybe you feel like what they've offered you to date feels a bit small. But you both have the Two of Cups, Capricorn. So there's a mutual feeling of this being like a soul connection. And Eight of Wands, Capricorn, how do you feel about them? You want to talk to them. You want to communicate with them. And there's a Seven of Wands in the reverse. Perhaps you feel like they haven't really persisted because things feel like they have been on a bit of a stop, or maybe you feel like you just want to stop persisting with this. I also feel, Capricorn, that there's a need to have a conversation, but there has been a lot of guardedness. So maybe Capricorn, with this Knight of Swords that's in the reverse, which can be that shadow Knight of Swords, impulsive communication, you know, not thinking before we speak. This person might have a habit of doing that. Maybe you also have, you know, you reacted in some kind of a way because there was a defensiveness. So again, guys, I point out the law of assumption I pointed it out at the beginning of the video, because there's infinite versions of connections and infinite ways things can play out. And so sometimes, you know, like we underestimate, like if we have an assumption or we have a reaction in a situation, we get a certain result, right? So maybe there's been a lot of defensiveness between you and this person. Maybe you feel this person's very standoffish, and maybe you've had your guard up. There's a wanting to maybe put the guard down, or wanting them to put their guard down and communicate. You both have Four of Pentacles. So you feel like they've been holding back on you, but then you're both sort of holding on to one another. You're definitely holding back, Capricorn. Maybe you're not coming forward and saying anything. There's an Ace of Swords in the reverse. You also might feel like things are not clear. You also might feel like there's a conversation that hasn't been had that needs to be had. You also may feel, Capricorn, that this person may have been withholding the truth, like hasn't maybe been totally upfront or honest in some way. Let's look at this Eight of Wands. Hanged Man in the reverse, but you want movement and you want to come unstuck. You've been feeling like this has been in suspension. They had the Four of Swords in the reverse. So it has been like there's been a bit of a stop here. But you want to come out of that. Maybe you just want the clarity. Oh my gosh, as I said that, guys, Four of Swords in the reverse from a different deck right there. So you both feel like you want to come out of pause. You're both holding on to one another, maybe holding back a little bit. And I feel like there's opportunity here to get on the same table, get on the same page, or have a conversation, and I'll get oracles on it. Hanged Man, you could be dealing with a Pisces with that Hanged Man. You might have felt like they were keeping you a little bit on pause. You know, there's something here about confusion, mixed feelings, and maybe outside energies in the mix. Maybe outside energies were muddling things a little bit. Like, that doesn't even have to be romantic. It could be friends influencing the situation, family, exes, if this is something that involves, like, you know, like marriage, divorce, legal matters, something like that. But Five of Pentacles, you've been feeling a bit left out in the cold by this situation, Capricorn, because there's been a lack of clarity. I feel like there's been a stop. It could have come out of some kind of a harsh communication or a conflict or a clash. And it's left you feeling unclear. And I think you just want to come unstuck, or you want to get clarity. Let me see. Knight of Cups. You do have romantic feelings for this person, Capricorn. Maybe you're also feeling a bit left out in the cold because you're wanting them to come forward with an offer. You've got Page of Swords in the reverse. They've got Page of Swords in the upright. So maybe you sense that you sense that they're observing you or watching you, but also Page of Swords in the reverse. Maybe you find ways to do that with them, but Page of Swords in reverse, it's like you're not reaching out. Do you know what I mean? You haven't been reaching out. You haven't been communicating. Let me look at that Knight of Cups. The Star card, though, Capricorn, you're still having hope for this situation. And then Six of Cups, and you want reconciliation. And it seems to be that there's a lot of reminiscing between the two of you, but causes you anxiety. Capricorn. Wow. Okay. I'll get a little bit more like clarity on what has gone on here with the mixed signals and the competition and whatnot. There's definitely mutual observation and you both still hold on but hold back. And you still have hope. You still want to reconcile with this person. Why is there so much anxiety? Let's see. 8 of Cups in the reverse. Well, the anxiety is that on one hand, it's like on pause. On the other hand, you haven't walked away. And you're also hoping that there's going to be a return and maybe you want to heal things with this person. Now again, Capricorn, I redirect you to the law of assumption because you can manifest anything. If this has, manifested unfavorably, you can manifest this in a different way. It does seem to be that this person wants to make it right with you and that they actually, it looks like they want to put effort into actually having something stable with you. Right? But if you make that assumption that they don't, then maybe what they come in with, you're going to react very impulsively and then you're going to go round again. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's 3 of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So there's been hurt feelings between the two of you, but you want to resolve that and you want to come out of separation. Where's these hurt feelings come from? Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Devil card. Okay, so you feel like this person's shown up as a bit of a, and I don't like labels, but like a fuck boy, fuck girl, whatever. This is a lot of attraction, but maybe it's been very stop-start and a lot of desire. Maybe you feel like this person, they have some kind of patterns, like maybe they're more about that to date than they have been about committing to you or showing up consistently. Temptation here. Maybe you feel like this person likes to keep their options open, or some of you are dealing with a situation where this person may have been tied up or has been tied up in something else. You know what I mean, Capricorn? And so there's hurt feelings there. I mean, 3 of Swords can be third-party energy, guys. For some of you, this is just a person that maybe was holding back and not giving you, the relationship or something like that. But then you have got Ace of Cups. So you still want a new beginning with them. A lot of desire here, like a lot of desire. Maybe you're dealing with a person who, the Devil card and the Knight of Wands, this can be a person that maybe just likes to have a lot of fun. That's how you're feeling about them. But things can shift and things can conform. It seems like this person now wants to put more effort into the situation. So we will get some of the oracles to see. You feel like this person's been holding back a lot. So why don't we get some hidden truth oracle? I know I messed everything up. So there was something like they acted recklessly in some way, or what they said, or they sent you mixed signals and maybe you reacted and you just cut this person off. Let's look. I love you unconditionally. So they still do love you, Capricorn, and you both have the 2 of Cups energy. So I really do think there's mutual love and soul connection. I don't react when people mention you. So there's been a stop. Capricorn, there's other people in the mix here, especially if you share a workplace with this person, or you're in the same network, or you know people. It could be that like this person, I do think they're thinking about you a lot, but there's a sense of guilt or something, or them knowing that they need to make things right and they're feeling a little bit, maybe a bit of shame about that, so they kind of don't react. I mean, I've got we will be together again. I bury myself in work to forget you. So if you are in the same workplace, you might be kind of watching each other but ignore, like, not communicating, and they might just be trying to focus on work. If you don't work in the same place, this person, this stuff around work is coming up. They might be just really trying to focus on their work to distract themselves, but I think that they're thinking about you heavily. As I said that, I replay our conversations over and over. There's something here about like, you probably... The conversation, I think, that came up, there was something between you and this person that got quite harsh. But I also think that you've spent time with this person. There's a lot of reminiscing, 6 of Cups, and there was some really nice energy between the two of you, but there's something about replaying conversations. So I think they're thinking about that they acted foolishly or something that they did or said, and they're replaying that over and over. It says, I want to feel that way again. So they are fantasizing about you as well, Capricorn, and they are attracted to you for sure. And then one more. I want to tell you how I feel. Exactly. I think this person was holding back a lot with their feelings. And I think this is the Nine of Wands. It's kind of like that wounded warrior energy. Maybe this person put up a wall. And I think this person also knows that that may have wounded you a bit. I don't think they were being honest about the way that they feel. And then as you speak to me through music. So there might be something here around music. Maybe they're hearing songs that remind them of you or something like that. There's a soul connection here with that Two of Cups. And it says, it was my fault, but I blamed you. Okay, Capricorn, you may have had like a confrontation with this person. Either you questioned them on some of their actions, or maybe you called them out because you felt like they were sending you mixed signals, or for some of you, if there was another person in the mix, maybe you questioned that and this person could have like reacted quite harshly, like projected or something like that. I also think that for some of you, this person might have reacted in some kind of a way to push you away, or blamed you, you know, projected maybe their fear onto you. So that's really interesting. Let me get some of the love oracle on this person and how they're feeling now as we move into the last half of January. Third party, interference, cheating, competition, mistress. There was some, apply that how you will, Capricorn. For some of you, mistress, I mean, two queens are on the table. You know, for some of you, you're dealing with a person that's at a crossroads trying to leave behind a commitment and you were kind of the other person. I think they're making a plan to move ahead and have more with you. Or for some of you, the competition thing's coming up, Five of Wands. So this is more like they weren't giving you commitment because they were kind of making you feel like there were other energies, other options, other choices. Surrender, okay, patience. Let's see. Grass is greener. Jealousy. You know what, Capricorn, you both have Four of Pentacles energy. So I do feel like I said to you, I think this person, they're still holding on to you, and I think it makes them jealous to think that you might have other people around you, and they're wondering about that. And so I think that they are worried. I think this person's insecure, and that's why they also might like to play games or act like they, you know, they don't care, or that they have other options. It's more a defense mechanism this person has because they don't want to get rejected. So they almost like self-sabotage. Now they're worried that you've kind of moved on. Now guys, again, I'll point you to the law of assumption because this is one reading and it's like one version. And when we get these like complex situations, third parties or not being chosen, it's a narrative that you have. So if you have, it's a mirror, okay? So if you have a fear of inadequacy, or you believe you're not chosen, right? That could be a subconscious narrative. If you change the narrative, you can manifest all of it away. You can manifest away third parties, you can manifest commitment, all of that. So please do look into the law of assumption. Intuition, gut feeling, premonition, psychic. You have some kind of a strong connection with this person on like a psychic level. Healing. So this person, the Justice card, they want to make things right. There's something here that needs to be healed and mended. And it says progress. So what are they coming forward with in the second half of January? Surrender, patience, spiritual awakening, epiphany, rebirth. They want a rebirth with you. But right now, at least with the energy as it is, I'm seeing that they're holding back quite a lot. Now, Capricorn, I don't believe in divine timing like the other readers. I think if you look into the law of assumption, if you assume something is going to come in divine timing, or this person needs to heal, or you both need to heal, and then it may happen in divine timing, well, that's your assumption, your belief. Now, focusing on the other person, I do the cards on them because I want to give you guys context about the current timeline. But the truth of the matter is you can manifest another version of the situation and the person where there's no time lag. If you're in a certain version, they're going to shift and conform for you. You don't have to wait for them to heal. Anyway, look into it, please, guys. I don't want to keep you guys trapped in the belief that there's something outside of you that needs to be delivered and that the cards are deciding. And I'm just not going to do it that way anymore, guys, like the traditional tarot way. Family, generations, children, ancestors, origin. So maybe there's some wounding coming up, like old family wounds that this person is trying to work through. They also could be thinking about having a family with you, Capricorn. I mean, King and Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Let's have a look. See, reconciliation. So some of you, you're getting that Page of Cups. They want to come in and make an offer, and they want to reconcile things with you. Now, this can go different ways, guys. Like if you have an assumption tied to the old version of the connection and you react in a certain way, or they come in and they say something and then you assume it, oh, but they'll never do this, or they're going to be like that based on the old. You have to let go of an old story, right? So a person can only show up as you assume that they're going to show up, or as you assume them to be, and that's based on whatever your story is and how you see yourself in relation to them. So please go and do the research. Look, music has come up again. Maybe they're going to want to send you a song, or music is somehow significant. Some of you are dealing with a musician. Okay, let's have a look. What else? Ghosted, disappear, silence, ignored, rejected. The wound here is feeling rejected. Okay, so you could have reacted because you could have felt very rejected. If you have a story, you're not chosen or you're not enough. And then that manifests into, oh, this person's a F-boy or an F-girl, and then there's a reaction. You know, and then there's been like silence. Now this person also could have a rejection wound, so that could be the mirror side, like they behave in a certain way because they want to guard themselves. But again, that can shift and conform. If you change your story, you'll get a version of a person that's showing up and confident and ready and claiming you and all that sort of stuff. We've got the legal matters again. Now this is justice. So if it's not actual legal matters like divorce and all of that that's played into this, this is actually about balance. So this person wants to balance things out, and they want to reconcile things around why maybe things have gone cold, and we have between the lines. So something has been feeling very blurry here, you know, vague. You felt like this person wasn't being solid with you or wasn't choosing or something like that. And what are they coming in with? Toxic relationship. Okay. The other thing is, Capricorn, some of you, you know, this says fighting, misunderstanding, trigger. Now that could have been what happened between the two of you. There could have been triggering. Now we have to examine our own toxic relationship with ourselves and our assumptions, because sometimes, you know, that's what manifests for us. In fact, that's what manifests is always according to what we believe. So our beliefs will crystallize into our reality, our beliefs and assumptions. But this toxic relationship, it's also possible that things were kept at a standstill because there's an outside toxic thing that hadn't been wrapped up. For those of you who are dealing with a person that is separating from someone or was caught up in something, or for some of you, you've been in toxic relationships and you feel like, oh God, this keeps happening to me. It keeps manifesting. I keep getting the same type of thing. And like I said to you, Capricorn, whether you want this or not, if you change the story, you can have this change, or you could have move on and break a cycle, but it starts with you. I've got healing again. Wounds, improving, mending, progress, unfinished business. You have unfinished business with this person. It says it's not over. Then change, regeneration, metamorphosis, okay? So this person wants to rectify things with you, reconcile things with you. And I actually think, Capricorn, if this is done the right way, you could actually have your King and Queen of Pentacles with this person if you want that family, stability. Let me get you a romance angel. Give me the romance angel, please, Spirit. Attraction. There's a lot of attraction between you and this person, Capricorn. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So this moment, creating a new story from now, not holding on to the past. Okay, wedding. This situation involves marriage. For some of you, yeah, that's what's happened, right? Maybe there was a marriage, maybe there's divorce proceedings or something, or there was an ex, or there are exes around, or whatever. But I actually also think, like I said to you, Capricorn, there's opportunity here for family and commitment with this person. You deserve love. You are lovable. So maybe the wound here is, and the story is that you don't feel very loved or lovable. So the outside's been kind of aggravating that and manifesting in that way. Let go of control issues. So you've been very frustrated trying to have the outside be different, the control issue. So maybe that caused a big reaction and a harsh energy between the two of you. Capricorn, when you go and look into the law of assumption, you'll understand what I mean. Like, you don't need to control the mirror. So if the mirror is triggering you, you need to go and have a look at, why am I reacting in this way? What is the mirror showing me? If I change my story and my thoughts, the mirror is going to shift for me. So this is like where we can actually do the magic, when we can manifest differently. But the control is when we're getting very frustrated that the outside is not shifting or conforming for us. Okay, it doesn't work that way. All right, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. There you go, Capricorn. So wedding or no wedding. So if you're dealing with a situation where something hasn't been wrapped up, or there's some complexity involving third parties, you can manifest away third parties, Capricorn. Everything's been manifested from you. It's a version of a connection that you've manifested from a belief that you have or an assumption you have about yourself, okay? Trust me, if you look into it, it'll make sense. But either way, even if that were the case, it's possible some of you that's done and this person wants to reconcile. For others of you, if marriage was not the issue, this looks like a situation where there's opportunity to take it in a new direction and actually commit to one another. Engagement, wedding. Okay, Capricorn? All right. May not be for everyone, but I hope it helped some of you and it resonated. And if so, you can give me a like and a comment, please. And I'll check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.